like, okay, choose your heart. And I was like, you know what, I know the end of both. This is going to lead to regret, and this is going to lead to reward. And so finish. I made my decision. I chose my heart. Guys, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm literally on my way to class right now, but I felt guided to make this video. And this is because of this morning, when I woke up and I went for my morning walk. But I say I kind of like encountered some kind of like divine intervention. So like for the past few weeks or few days, I've been feeling really down, and honestly it has been like that for like a couple of months. I think somewhere in me I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I'd do my self affirmation and I'd speak good things to myself, right? But it was like as if something inside me, like deep inside me, was missing. Like I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do when it came to like my goal in life, my purpose, like my passion, like what I was placed on earth to do. I felt like I wasn't doing that. I was doing every other thing on my routine. I was doing every other self-improvement thing, but I felt like I hadn't found that thing that was going to make me feel fulfilled, right? So I was feeling really down. And so this morning I listened to, when I went for my walk, I listened to like a podcast, and then I just felt so motivated. And I know people might be like, oh, listening to podcasts and listening to motivational videos is just like it might not inspire you, might not motivate you every single time. But for me at that point, it was like I really needed that thing. And so when I listened to the podcast, I came to the conclusion. I told myself, I was like, hey, you have to choose your heart. I know things aren't how you thought they were going to be. Like at the beginning of this year, when I started my mindset shift, and I was like doing my identity transformation, I really believe that by this time right now I'll have been like, and things aren't looking that way right now. And I'd say that sometimes I get sad, sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, so maybe you're not what you think you are, because you should have accomplished those things by now. But then I was like, everything is a process in life. Success is a process, failure is a process, giving up is a process, everything is a process. So what process are you going to go ahead with? And then I was like, okay, no matter what, I know deep inside me that I am going to achieve these goals. I'm going to achieve every single thing that I want for myself and my family this year. I am going to achieve it. And even if it doesn't look like it now, I'm going to ignore the 3D. I'm going to ignore my physical senses, because guess what? The Bible said, be not conformed to the image of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So every single day I was like, okay, you know what? You've been doing well, but you know what? Let's add the resilience to it. Okay, so what do you want to do at this point? Do you want to give up because of it's April and you haven't seen certain things? Like, girl, you have May, June, July, August. You have like 8 months, even the rest of April too. So what are you going to do? You can just like give up, Sarah. Like, you can literally just give up, like sit on your bed, go back to how you were living, go back to your average lifestyle, go back to how mediocre you were, go back to how introverted you were, just go back to how things were. And I was like, if I do that, like the goals I have that are personal to me, no one is going to come and hold me on my neck and be like, oh, why didn't you fulfill your goal? Nobody's going to do that. So yes, I can do that. But at the same time too, I cannot do that. And I'm talking to you guys now. Can you afford to remain average? If you can, click off this video. If you can afford to live this average lifestyle that you've been living, this mediocre, this sad, this lack of improvement lifestyle, if you're cool with living that lifestyle, please click off this video. I'm telling you, like, you need to be hungry. Most of the people in my age, but let's say people in general, let me even say people in general, right? They are not hungry, like they lack that hunger. That is why if something happens to them, something comes their way, they give up so easily. There are many people that have gone through worse things than you. And yes, I've seen some arguments on social media that are like, oh, don't compare yourself, don't compare your battles to other people's battles, whatever. But at the end of the day, some people have gone through worse things than you, and they still have the guts, the audacity to get up on their feet and keep pursuing what they want. So what makes you think that you are better? What makes you think that you are special to not go after your dream? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, you got to choose your heart. And at the end of failure and success, the failure is hard. I mean, we can know by how you are feeling right now. Failure is hard, success is also hard. So which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to pick? Are you going to pick, oh, by the time you're like 30, 35, 40, you see your friends, they are living their life, and then you start, you're so filled with bitterness and hatred. You knew that at this time right now, you could have been building your life. You could have been building yourself. You could have been creating yourself to the person you've always wanted to be right now. But instead, you're not doing that. You are literally not doing that. Instead, you're wasting your time on things that are not going to benefit you. And the next 10, 15 years, you turn to this like bitter, old, middle-aged person, and like you're filled with jealousy and resentment. When those people were working hard, what were you doing? You chose your own art. And that that would be the consequence of the art you chose. That resentment, that jealousy, that lack of fulfillment, hatred, depression, whatever. That is the consequence of your hard. Failure hard will lead to regret. Success hard will lead to reward. So which one are you going to pick? Like, most of the time, like, you guys are like, honestly, let's be very, very honest with ourselves. We are lazy. Like, we tend to be very, very lazy and very, very complacent and comfortable. Like, see, I'm in university right now, and I could have said, which was what I was thinking, I could have said that let me just get my degree, and then after that I'll figure things out. But no, I had things I wanted to do for my family. I have things that I want for myself and my life. Like, why should I postpone being the best version of myself to when I have $1 million in my account? Like, that doesn't make any sense. If I want to become that person, I can become that person right now. And that was when everything completely changed for me. Like, completely changed for me. I was like, okay, I'm done saying I want to be her. I want to be her. I am her. And for example, now, before I tried to do like ab workouts, and because I used to go to the gym, right? And it was easier for me to go to the gym. I don't know why, but I really hated doing ab workouts, and I had like my stomach was like really, really big, yeah. And I just had this like dream body of like a thin figure, but then I knew that I had to, like I said in my video, success is doing what you know you should do. So I knew that I had to do ab workouts in order to get that figure, or I need to like cut sugar, all the necessities that you need to do, right? But then I didn't do it. I'll do it for like one day, I do it for like another day, and then that's over. I never ever stay consistent with it. But then that was because I was still identifying with the average me. I was just doing it on like, okay, if I feel like doing it, if I feel some kind of like drive in me, I had to do it, and then that's it. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. And I don't know how I was thinking I was going to get my dream body. But anyways, I was fooling myself. But it was when this year, when I said enough is enough. Enough is enough. I am stepping into the best version of myself. Like, I am her. You don't understand. Like, you guys don't understand, right? You picture yourself in the next 5 years. You picture that you have this amount of money in your account, that you are married, or you have kids, whatever it is for you, right? The thing is that you are looking at that person like another person, like, oh, that person's on a pedestal, like, oh, can I really attain that level? Like, in your, yes, you're like, oh, that's how I want to be, but you've not really accepted that is actually you. Like, don't you understand? Like, that is you. Like, you right now, as you're sitting down, as you are watching this video, you are that person. You are that person that have accomplished everything they wanted in life. You are that person that proved to every single person that said you're a failure, you proved them wrong. You proved yourself right, that indeed you are special, that indeed you can attain success. You are that person. So Why are you waiting? Why are you procrastinating? Like, you don't even know if tomorrow is going to be guaranteed to you. Like, you don't know if tomorrow will be guaranteed to you. So why don't you step into the best your future self right this moment? Like, stop. If you don't do that, after clicking this video, honestly, you are just doing yourself a disservice and you are self-sabotaging yourself, and I don't think there's anything I can do. But take my advice right now, and I know it's not easy. Definitely, I know it's not easy. But once you make the decision, decision, the decision that, okay, enough is enough. I am tired of these guys using me. I am tired of my name being casted in university and people saying da 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 da. I am tired of being the least liked in my friend group. I am tired of just being this like person on the social scale. I'm tired. I am so tired, and I am more. I deserve to be more. I was created to be more. Until you make that decision, you will continue to be like this for the next 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 years. Like, there's nothing, and no one is going to save you. So if you have some kind of like expectation that a guy is going to come and save you, or a girl is going to come and save you, please, you're fooling yourself. The only person that can make the change that you need is you. It's not me, it's not some pastor, it's not some other motivational speaker, it's not some like self-help content. It is you. Once you make the decision to change, you are going to change. Nothing change unless you change. Like, see, it's like let me say an average student, because we're all students in life. So let's start. So like an average student, it's just like CED. They get like CED in most of their results, and then they keep telling their friends like, oh my god, I really want to be an A student. I really want to like do well in my upcoming exam. They just talk about how much they want to like do well and get A's. But then you see them on Friday nights in the club, dancing, dancing. They don't do anything while they are the A students are going to the library or like researching and studying and burning the midnight, or they're dancing, and then they're like, oh my god, I didn't read. What did you read? And then the A student, knowing fully well that I know you're not a person that reads, so I'm not going to tell you I read. I also didn't read, I know we know this kind of people. Maybe I am. Anyways, and I'm like, I really hope I do well in this exam. And then when the exam comes, you're still average. So what are you going to do? That is what you are doing. Like I said earlier, we are all students of life. So you are being an average student who is delusional to the fact that if they don't change the way they are studying, if they don't change the way they study, things are going to change and magically they'll become an A student. That is what you are doing. That is what you are doing. Every time you scroll on social media and you see people that they are living the life, and you're like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? They are doing things that you refuse to do. They chose their heart. Choose your heart. What is your heart? Like, it's a choice is simple. Like, it's very, very simple. Choose your heart. But the most annoying thing, the thing that would make me so angry, is when you get offended, like when you see the consequence of your choice. Like, you chose your heart, you chose failure as your heart, and when you're like jealous and you come online and you make bad comments, you say bad things to people that chose their other hard success, and now they are reaping the reward of choosing their hard success, and then you're just like, oh my god, I hate. That is so dumb, and so it's rubbish. While you guys were given the same opportunity. Yes, in fact, probably you were given more opportunities than that person. You guys were given the same opportunities to choose whatever, like what you want, like your heart, and then you chose failure. And now that person is enjoying the fruit of their labor, it's like. And now let me also, I'm not saying osu culture, osu. No, it's the mind. It starts with the mind. They've been telling you, and I'll say this in every of my videos, most of the things I'm gonna say, you guys have heard it before, and that is the reason why I honestly created this channel, because I'm so frustrated of seeing people still living the same way they are living, despite the amount of information and advices that we have in our generation. So that's the reason. So yeah, I'm gonna call you out on that. Yeah, so it's about the mind. Like, it starts with your mind. That choose hard. It's like okay, you have two options in front of you. You can decide that you can choose to get a degree, serve, right, NYC, I'm Nigerian, serve in the NYC, then get a job and then do your 9 to 5. Or you're in secondary school, start by changing your mindset. What am I supposed to do in life? What is my passion? Because I understand that doing my passion and making my passion my career is the wisest thing that I'll ever do for my future self. So should I take time in knowing myself and then knowing my passion, and then taking steps into that? And then if my passion or what I want to do in life is something that seems too big for me now, how can I get money in order to do that? Oh, okay, I know people have been talking about this whole passive income thing. Let me even see which one of these passive income ideas I can delve into. And then you look at the list of them, like, oh, okay, I think I can do this one, I think I can do that one. And then you start doing it, and then you start doing it with your passion at the back of your mind. You're just trying to gather resources in order to sponsor your passion, right? And so by the time you graduate and you are getting your degree, you're not just getting your degree. By that time, you'll have made a name for yourself, you'll have earned some money. You're not going to start from scratch. You're not going to be scrambling about and just wondering, oh, what am I going to do? No, you already know what you're going to do, because you spent the remaining years of your uni discovering what you are supposed to do on earth. So choose your art, guys. And let me give another example of choosing your heart in relationships. See, every day I see people that they are not supposed to belong in certain friendships, but because of they are scared of being like alone, looked at as weird, she doesn't have any friend, she's always lonely, blah blah blah, they decide to stay with those group of friends that is not helping them, that is draining them out of their energy. And then they sit aside. That is their heart. They chose their heart. But then you can decide to choose another form of art. Okay, I know it's hard for me to be on myself, but this is the best thing for me to do. So I would rather do this than spend time with people who do not want the best for me. I'm not even going to contribute to my better self. I know it's going to be hard, I know it's going to be comfortable, but I'm doing this as a favor for my future self, because I know in a couple of months I'm going to thank myself. I am going to thank myself. So that is another choosing your heart. Like, choosing your heart is it's actually an everyday thing. When you choose to eat sugar every other day, like you're just like, you are not eating healthy, you're not consuming the vitamins and minerals you're supposed to take, blah blah blah, you're choosing your heart. You are choosing your heart. It's not easy to eat salad every time and grains and whatever. It's hard. But it's also hard to look at yourself in the mirror and you see that you gained so much weight. It's also hard. So choose your heart. What are you going to it's so tiring when you see people complain about the consequence of their action. It's so annoying. And I'm like, you knew what you were doing. And you guys, don't get me wrong, even if you made a mistake, right, and you're sad about it, you're disappointed that things didn't really turn out like how you wanted it to turn out, what are you doing to change that? What are you doing to change that? I am so sure that you went back to your mistake like it was some gold mine. Instead, it was full of shit. You went back to it. So it's those kind of people I'm calling out, because we all make mistakes. But those people that go back to their mistake like a dog goes back to their vomit. And yes, it's not easy, but are you making steps to stop making that mistake? Like there are some habits that some people indulge in that's like really really difficult for them to like come out of it, and it just has like, it really stresses them mentally and all. But like, do you even plan? Do you plan on coming out of that something? Do you plan on not making that mistake? Take for example, guys have been treating you like, you've heard your name in different settings in school. Oh, she's like this, she's this, she's that, and you want to, you don't want to, you want to change, but you don't want to change. You want to keep doing those things with those guys, but somehow you also still want respect to come with it. Like, I don't understand. And like, yeah, some people might be, as a result of like certain things that happened to them in childhood, they might have ended up being like that because of those things, right? Yes. Well, see, every single day they think about how they can be better, and they even make choices, and they're like, okay, no, I'm not talking to these guys again. I don't care if I'm going to be alone. I don't care if I don't have any boyfriend. I don't, like, why do I need to have a guy by my side every single time? I do not need that. And they start making steps toward getting better. They might do therapy, they might start listening to videos on that topic, just how to better themselves. But you know fully well that you've made a ton of mistakes in school. You know that, but you are not willing to stop doing those things. You are not willing to stop doing those things, and I do not want to hear that it's hard. Choose your heart. Like, choose your heart. It's hard. It is hard. It is hard battling with PTSD, trauma, habits. It is hard, but choose your heart. Like, and I just like, yeah. And then you have the audacity to compare yourself with girls that chose the heart of growing and taking accountability for every of their ugly sides and becoming the woman of their dreams. Like, you think it was easy? You think it was easy for those girls or women to be who they are? You think? See, I am a firm believer of lucky girl syndrome. Like, it has been helping me. I'm highly favored, I'm highly blessed. Everything works out for my good. Yes, I am. But the thing is that even arriving at that mindset is hard. Arriving at that mindset is hard, because most people would rather stay comfortable in the values that their parents has instilled in them since they were small, or society's stereotypes or society's values or whatever. They do not want to come out of their comfort zone. But then some people are like, nah, that is not going to work for me. Okay, I am choosing this mindset. I am choosing this. This is going to be my truth. This is going to be my story. That is not going to be my story. So this is how things are going to work for me. It takes time, guys. It takes time. Do you think people that say, oh, lucky girl syndrome, there weren't times when things will happen to them and their inner critic will just be like, lucky girl syndrome indeed, and then they'll have to battle that thought. Do you think it's easy? It's not easy. It's not. So choose your heart. Like, stop complaining and stop whining about like you're just like so like, stop whining. Nobody cares. I know we want people to care because we kind of like seek validation from people and whatever, but nobody cares about your struggle. Like, people that pat you on the back and like, oh my god, are you serious? They don't care. It's sorry, but they don't care. They do not care. Because why? Because they have their own struggles that they are battling with. No one cares about your struggle because they've chosen their heart. You choose your own heart. Like, choose. And when you make the decision, please stand firm. Like, don't shake. If you choose success, don't shake. If you choose failure, don't shake. Like, don't shake. Like, don't. If you choose failure, don't be angry at people that chose success and they're enjoying the fruit of. Don't shake. Stand like with your chest. I chose failure. Okay, I'm staying here. Yeah, I'm standing by my choice. I'm standing by my decision. Please, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna stand with those people. The people that choose success. I'm gonna stand with them. So if you're choosing failure, yeah, good for you. But please stand with your choice. Don't back down, and don't start hating on people that chose success, because you had the opportunity to also choose success, but you didn't. Like, then bro, I don't get. You could either choose to wake up early in the morning, go out for walks, and like if you're not used to like 1 hour or doing 10k steps, do 2,000, do 3,000 the next day or the next week, do 4,000 the next week, do 5,000 the next week. Nobody's saying that you should jump some kind of like valley of fire and volcanic eruption. Nobody's telling you to jump it now. Take baby steps. How do you think successful people got to where they were? They took baby steps. Okay, but those baby steps increased as they were going. Baby step today can be like this, or baby step tomorrow can be like this, and then it keeps increasing. That is what they are doing. So no one is telling you and be like, oh my god, are you saying, are you, no, take baby steps. Because let me tell you the truth, you're just giving excuses. Like people in the 90s, people in the 70s, we could even give them like a pass and say because of how things were at that time. But at this age we are in, information age, but we are not using the information. And like the Bible said, if Sodom and Gomorrah, I can't remember the verse. If Sodom and Gomorrah had Jesus with them at that time, they would definitely have appreciated that fact, compared to those people during the time of Jesus that didn't appreciate that, oh, the Messiah is here. So yes, with the information we had, what do you think that, like, they're literally looking at us from the grave? I know that's scary, but they're literally looking at us from the grave and they're like, wow, I wish I had that. Like, think about the young girls who had to work in farms and who had to like be subjected to stereotypes that they can't amount to anything by themselves. Think about those girls. How do you think they're looking at you now? If they could rise up from the dead, they will come and smack you on your face. Because what are you doing with this information? You're just there. You're there. You want princess treatment, but don't you know that princess treatment comes with actually being a princess? A beggar cannot receive princess treatment. I'm not calling you a beggar, but a beggar cannot receive princess treatment. It just doesn't happen. Like, it does not happen. And being a princess comes with work. I know we've seen all these movies of how, let's say, a village girl is comparing her life to how the princess is living, and then when they like swap lives or something like that, she discovers that, oh this girl is living, like, she has to do a lot of things. She has to maintain her posture, she has to eat a particular way. If she mistakenly used the wrong fork, she's over, like, it's over for her. So yes, then she's like, wow, being a princess isn't easy. So yes, being a princess isn't easy. You want princess treatment, but you're not willing to be a princess. You're not talking like a princess, you're not thinking like a princess, you're not definitely not acting like a princess. So why are you shouting princess treatment? It's not going to come to you like that. It's not. When I'm going to choose the difficulty of being a princess, being a beggar is also hard. Please, you guys, I'm not calling you guys beggars. Please, I'm not calling you guys beggars. You guys are queens, you guys are princesses. I love you guys so much. I'm not calling you guys beggars, but I need to use this as an illustration so you would understand. So being a beggar in there, like, a kingdom is like really hard, right? You have to like work for food. Your clothes are not really the best. You're not wearing the best of shoes. Do you get? Yeah, it's hard. But being the princess, to being pressured every single day to uphold this certain kind of like standard, this certain kind of like behaviors. You can't even breathe. You're always so suffocated. You don't even have a time for yourself. The beggar has times like play with don't let me use beggar, guys. I feel so wrong. I feel so bad for using beggar. But like the commoner is worse. Is it worse? Anyways, the commoner also like, but the commoner has the like privilege to play with their friends, things that make them happy. but the princess doesn't. Both, they have their good and bad side. So which one are you going to pick? That is what I want you guys to make the like. And I don't want you to just listen to me for listening's sake. I need this to resonate in your heart. Like, you need to be so angry with yourself right now. Like, you need to be so because you've been choosing failure all along. All this while, for the past few years, few months, whatever, you've been choosing failure. So I need you to be angry with yourself right now. Yes, that is a form of self-love. Our parents get angry with us every single time, and they still love us. So yes, please be angry with yourself and look at yourself and be like, babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to own cars by when you're 25. You want to be a multi-millionaire when you're 25, and you're still living the life you're living. Babe, what are you doing? Like, you gotta talk to yourself like that. Like, if you're not, after clicking this video, I don't know what was the point of you watching this video, but please, I really want you guys to take everything I am saying to your heart. Like, you should be having chills right now because of the fact you have been. One thing that got me really, 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 and the reason I'm telling you guys to get angry with yourself is because that was what saved me. I was like, damn, bro, what have you been doing with your life? And yes, I know that concepts or ideologies or certain information comes to us when we are ready, when our soul is ready to like accept that. So yes, the fact that I started receiving or coming by certain information this year is because of that was when my soul was ready to accept those information, right? So the fact that you're watching this video means that you are ready, baby. Like, you are ready. If you do not, it doesn't change anything in you. It doesn't click something inside you. I don't know. I'm gonna pray for you. I think at this point it's the creator of the universe that can help you. And honestly, I think he's helping you by you watching this video. But we'll make extra prayers. But yeah, so I really hope you guys took something from this video. And from this point, if you're supposed to do something right now, if you're supposed to read for your exams, or if you're supposed to read for a test, or if you're supposed to read that book, that self-help book, or if you're supposed to do a course, or if you've been thinking of one passive income that you haven't really been able to because of you feel like you're lazy or your perfectionist is holding you down, I want you to choose your heart. Like, always ask yourself that question. And let me give you guys the very, very the last example, a personal example. Okay, so there was this guy. Should I be? Anyways, so definitely. I mean, I think I've said it. I'm in uni, right? So guys will come along, and there's definitely the temptation to settle down with a guy. I said ill because of the guys in my school. I'm sorry. I don't hate them. I just don't get into how they are, and I just don't get it. But anyways, so there's definitely this kind of should I say pressure? But you need to settle with one of them because you feel like you need someone beside you. I mean, every other single person has someone beside them. So why shouldn't I, right? But then I knew that with the goal I'm pursuing, I keep saying pursuing, the goals I'm with the goal I'm pursuing, right? I cannot afford to have someone like that. Emphasis on like that. Not that I cannot have someone. If the guy that is according to my standards comes along, hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. But somebody like that, it wasn't for me based on what I want right now. And so I asked myself, because I said, Sarah, you can decide to choose this guy and have fun with him, have someone that you can talk to, because that's something I have been struggling with for the past few months. I feel like as if I do not have friends or whatever, and I had to constantly remind myself that I do not need anybody's else validation, although I am coming out of my shell to make new friends. But the fact that I don't have yet doesn't make me less of a person. So I was like, okay, do you want to have this guy to confide in, just to have someone in your life, right? But I know what that's going to be. That's going to distract me. That's even going to make me feel worse about myself, because it was as if I didn't practice what I'm preaching, or I didn't stick by what I was supposed to do. I did not do what I knew I was supposed to do, like I said in my other video. And so that has a good and that has a bad. Or I can stay as I am right now, wait for the man that God has created for me to have, or wait for a guy that seems very much enough for me to like date, just a suitable suitor. And I can do that. And the process of waiting for that is hard, because you pass everywhere around you, just see couples cuddling together, and you feel you there's a tendency, I don't ask myself that question anymore, but there's a tendency for you to ask yourself that what is wrong with you, or maybe you don't deserve love, or what she has a boyfriend, she's better than you. So there's a tendency to think like that, and that is a very, very, it's hard to think that, like, it's hard to have thoughts like that. So I was like, okay, choose your heart. And I was like, you know what, I know the end of both. This is going to lead to regret, and this is going to lead to reward. And so finish. I made my decision. I chose my heart, and I said, baby girl, okay, it's fine, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep pursuing the goal, and at the end of the road there's a gold waiting for you, but there it's a pile of shit. So what are you gonna pick? Guys, I really, really did enjoy making this video. I'm on my way to class. Oh my god, time, jeez. Guys, I was so scared I was late for class. Oh my god. Anyways, I have like 12 minutes left, but let me just round up this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I've said it before, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm looking forward to you guys' comments. Tell me what's your heart, what you feel like you're battling with, what crossroad are you at right now that you feel like I can help you with. I'm serious, I would really, really love to help you guys. I am no expert, but I'm also still navigating through life, but if there's any way I can help you guys, I would really, really love to do that. So yes, bye guys.